Am I the butthole for taking my nephew back to my sister's husband after she left him with me? My sister had her baby 6 months ago, and this morning she brought him to my apartment. It was 10 a.m. and I, 19 male, was half asleep. She asked me if I could watch him really quick because she had some stuff to do and call her if anything. He was asleep, so I said okay. But he woke up 20 minutes later crying. I gave him his bottle and he was calm for a bit but started crying again. I don't know what to do with baby, so I call my sister. She says she's still stuck running errands but she'll try to be there soon. When I asked if Ted, her husband, could come get him, she said to leave him alone because he's busy with work at the house. Literally an hour later and he's still screaming his head off. I tried looking up how to calm him down, so I'm rocking him, trying to play on the floor, or showing him my phone, but nothing. He wasn't having it. I call my sister 2 more times. First time she tells me to give him his bottle, which I already did, and says she'll be soon. Second time she tells me to relax and is almost done. Called her again 40 minutes later, but this time it goes to voicemail. Then I started to smell something bad, and it was because my nephew crapped in his diaper. Smell was awful and I said hell no, cause I do not have it in me to change a crappy diaper, and nothing I did was making him stop crying. He was red in the face from crying all this time. I texted my sister telling her I was going to take him to their house but didn't get a reply. Ted was confused when I got there. I told him my sister said she had stuff to do and left him with me, but my nephew wouldn't stop crying. He has a dirty diaper and my sis won't answer me. Guys, he was so pissed off. He took my nephew and told me thank you for bringing him back. That was it, and when I got back home, my sister was calling me. She was flipping out, asking why the F I took the baby back to their house when she told me not to. It's cause she told Ted she was taking my nephew to her friend's house to have breakfast so her friend could see him, and now he's mad at her because obviously she didn't do that. My parents told me they in the middle of a huge fight and I should have stayed out of it and babysat my nephew. I don't know what's going on. All I know is Ted not talking to her. My sister called me a couple of times to tell me stuff, and she can't believe I was such a crap brother that I couldn't do one simple favor for her when she needed it. Now I'm feeling bad and I don't know if I should have done different. Was I a butthole for taking my nephew back instead of waiting for her to show up? Edit. Since some of you are focused on the dirty diaper thing. Yeah, it makes me sick and want to puke just seeing my sister do it. Not going to have kids because I'm not built for that stuff, and wasn't going to even try it with him also. He wasn't with the dirty diaper that whole time. Less than 15 minutes, because soon as I knew it was a dirty diaper I drove him to their house. He definitely wasn't dirty before that because he was making a face when he did go, and that's when the bad smell came. Not the butthole. Who lied to her husband? Your sister. Who lied to you, by omission? Your sister. Who didn't pick her phone when her baby was left with a babysitter? Your sister. Who's responsible of the situation? Your sister. Edit. Thank you so much for the awards. I had the "It Was Agatha All Along" song running through my head reading this. And I cheated on my husband too. Ha ha. Ha ha, now it's stuck in my head, could be worse. That song is a banger, not a bad one to have stuck in your head. Speaking of banger, what do you think Op's sister was doing? She lied to her husband and dumped her kid off to go get some side action. As someone who has never cheated in a relationship and also has a kid, how the F do you even find the time to meet someone else and cheat on your partner with a 6-month-old child? The internet is a good place to start. Apps like Tinder is how you meet them. Apps like Snapchat is how you continue to hide it. My sister's partner did a lot of cheating, and that's how he managed to find them with a pregnant girlfriend and 2 toddlers. It's too late to fix anything. Now that sister has mucked things up. Okay, so I had never heard this before, had no idea what you were talking about. However, we just got a cat last weekend and named her Agatha, after Agatha Christie, so I wanted to check it out. This was hilarious. Maybe I should also watch WandaVision. You absolutely should. I don't know if you know anything about the MCU, but even without prior knowledge, it's totally worth it. Especially for Agatha. Agatha All Along. Running through my head. Damn you. Erg. Now I have that song stuck in my head. He wouldn't have been the butthole even if he just told brother-in-law his sister lied to him. But in this situation, What he did was the best thing he could have done. It's incredibly irresponsible to leave a baby with someone who has no experience caring for one. It's not like the baby could have told original poster if something was wrong. There are so many mistakes you can make that could literally kill or harm the child if you don't know what you're doing. Original poster did exactly the right thing when he realized he was out of his depth. He went to the kid's parent. I wouldn't be able to forgive myself if something happened to an innocent child just because I decided to stay out of it. Plus, the timeline. Since the first time original poster called his sister telling her he couldn't calm the baby, to the time original poster got voicemail, around 2 hours had gone by. How do you leave your baby with someone who can't calm him for 2 hours? Because his sister was banging some other person. This is it. Now, I'm sure the sister had a good excuse for lying to her husband, dumping the baby on up, and disappearing for hours. She had to, she was visiting, she wanted to. Yup, she's a cheater. I got to wonder if she's lying to whomever she was with, too. Otherwise, she'd have brought the baby and left him in a car seat or playpen in the living room. At 6 months, it's not like he'd go wandering out the door into traffic or tell daddy about the visit. A crying baby is a big turnoff to most people, so she had to dump the baby somewhere on her way to visit her friend Lowell. Ya got to admit I had the baby with me. How could I cheat? Excuse is a strong one. So, I do think she was probably hiding something big. It may not be cheating though. I know someone who did something similar, but she was having an abortion. It definitely sounds like she is trying to keep something a secret, but this is a really terrible way to go about that. You don't dump a baby on someone who can't care for a baby. Not the butthole original poster. Look, it could not be cheating. But it's cheating. If she's having a secret abortion, though, it's probably because she cheated. My first thought was drugs. Or because she doesn't want a newborn and a 15-month-old. The person I know who had a secret abortion was married and in the midst of joining the military, so she didn't want to be pregnant. Her husband accused her of cheating and was devastated when she told him the truth. Likely, it's probably an affair, but it seems really weird to not answer multiple calls. I didn't even think about drugs that could explain the lapse in time. My guess is that sister isn't taking care of the baby and keeps leaving it with her husband, so she was trying to get husband to think she was stepping up for once, but just left baby with original poster. That matches with the texting pattern. I was thinking the other way around, that the sister is at her wit's end. Husband expects the baby to remain attached to her 24/7, or she just feels guilty for wanting some time to herself, so she drops him with her brother and goes to sit at a park or browse the shampoo aisle at CVS for some peace. This is how I've ended up babysitting a few times. You don't need to lie to do this. And if that was the case, it wouldn't be a big deal for husband to find out, but the way she is acting is definitely telling of an affair. I don't deny the possibility that she isn't cheating. I just prescribe to Occam's razor. The simplest of competing theories be preferred to the more complex. Literally, the first thing I thought when I read that she told her husband she was visiting a friend. I don't even know why else you'd leave a baby with a teen that doesn't know how to care for an infant. Bingo. Adding it up, it sounds like longer than 2 hours, more 3 to 4 hours. That's into second bottle territory. Probably started crying to a wet diaper, which only got worse with the poop. Exactly, I had a knee-jerk reaction to be annoyed with original poster for not wanting to change the baby's poopy diaper because it isn't the baby's fault. But it also isn't Op's fault, and I shouldn't be mad at Op. My ire is at his sister. I have a teenage son, albeit younger than Op, and I don't think he'd know how to even begin to change a diaper even if he was willing to try. I'm sorry you and your nephew were both put into a crappy situation. Literally a crappy situation. I tried looking up how to calm him down, so I'm rocking him, trying to play on the floor, or showing him my phone, but nothing. I know it was a serious situation and I shouldn't laugh, but I burst out laughing at the thought of someone trying to calm down a crying 6-month-old baby by showing them a phone. Clearly, original poster did the right thing by taking the baby back to his father. And what was the sister really doing when she was supposed to be with a friend? By showing them a phone, not like, hey, check out my phone. But bright lights and colors will captivate little kids. I spent an hour on a flight showing some random 9-month-old a very quick video of my 11-month-old son knocking over a teddy bear and giggling. A 20-second video for an hour. It was the only way to keep a very overtired infant calm. Hell, I can distract my cat with the right video on my phone. Ops instincts weren't off. It's hardly my first option, but I will absolutely use my phone to calm/entertain a youngin', especially when desperate. Lately I've been playing epic orchestra to keep my infant calm, not even letting her watch. It works well. In my experience, babies love phones. Babies do indeed love phones, especially the camera on selfie mode. I had a colorful fireworks app on my phone. Captivated kiddos. You should let them kiddos go. My 7-month-old nephew absolutely loves seeing his own face on the screen. I've been playing with Snapchat filters with him since he was like 4 months old. Kid absolutely loves that crap. It would be one thing if Original Poster had agreed to babysit beforehand. As it stands, he was stuck in a crappy situation, literally, against his will. Your sister, and, by extension your parents, is projecting her failure onto you, but exactly none of it is your fault. Not the butthole, and your sister will think twice before dumping, pun intended, anything on you again. Right? Who leaves a baby with someone who can't change a diaper? Even if the baby is clean and dry and just went wee, they can wet or poop at any time, confused face. And they can get very nasty rashes if they sit in their mess for too long. I feel bad for Original Poster and especially for the baby. Sis can take the kid to her parents if they think sister should just be able to dump the poor baby off on family. Also, Original Poster did the most responsible thing possible, get a responsible party to help when you don't know what to do. Sister is a word I can't say on this sub, and I'm glad her, likely soon to be ex-husband knows about it. Also, who didn't vet the babysitter to make sure they were capable of babysitting and changing a diaper? Original Poster's sister. The one that got caught having an affair. Who's cheating on her husband? Your sister. Yeah, that's the missing link here. She doing Ted dirty and just got busted. Yeah, and I, like many other commenters, believe she is probably cheating. She lied saying she was going to a friend with the baby for breakfast. She then told Original Poster she had some stuff to do and then proceeded to leave Original Poster hanging, unprepared, with an upset 6-month-old. If she really went to a friend's, there should have been no harm taking the kid, and if there was, she has the responsibility as a parent of that baby to go and make sure her baby is alright, since she says she didn't want the baby to be brought back to her husband who was working at home. Who lied to her husband? Your sister. On many levels. This smells of an affair and poor Original Poster was made an accomplice. Not the butthole. Not to mention she left her baby with someone who was not fully equipped to take care of him. No offense at all op, but a baby shouldn't be left with you if you can't change a diaper or know how to take care of a baby. She's so ungodly irresponsible I can't even form the words. Not the butthole at all. Who was probably out cheating on her husband at the time? His sister. This. Your sister needs to stop lying and stop blaming others for her lies blowing up in her face. Whatever you do, don't allow her to blame you at all. Not the butthole. Not the butthole. Sounds like your sister is having an affair. Shame on her for putting you in the middle. Original Poster replies. Holy crap, I didn't even think about that. Enjoy the waning innocence of youth, Original Poster. The world and the adults who inhabit it are generally crap. People do crafty things, but I wouldn't say the adults who inhabit this world are crap. Yay. We are. It may not be intentional, but we are all pretty crap a good part of the time. Road to hell paved with good intentions and whatnot. But there are many beautiful things that people do that get ignored in favor of focusing only on the negative. I think, if given the chance to find out, more people do good than you'd ever imagine. It's so defeatist to be like everyone is crap most of the time, because then it doesn't matter if we try, right? It is so easy to see the negative in others and ourselves, particularly. Not every single person is crap. But enough are. Too many. Take this to heart, kids. It was the first thing I thought of, to be honest, when you said her husband didn't know. Your sister lied to her husband and to you. What was she doing for that long? And why would she take the baby when the husband was at home and could watch his own kid? She wanted to use her baby as an alibi. Yeah, I don't usually jump on these theories, but she's up to something that she's not supposed to be doing. Bringing and ditching the baby was definitely an alibi, otherwise just leave him at home. And not lie. She's hiding something. Do you think the child is even Ted's? I love the telenovela already. I read that as telenovela. LOL, as long as you are as invested as the rest of us is all cool. The dramatics and twists, the affair possibility, the surprised husband, the baby. This is why I love updates. I 100% lurk on this sub for the drama. Grabs popcorn. And red vines. Not the butthole. It sounds like your sister just got caught cheating on her husband. Neither the affair or her getting caught are your fault. Your parents are either being lied to about what happened or are buttholes for enabling your sister. You didn't insert yourself in this situation, your sister dragged you in. My brother-in-law was seen kissing another woman at a bar one night, texted his wife the next day asking for a divorce, and spent the next several months swapping heart emojis on FB with the other woman, and my in-laws insist he didn't cheat. Some people just want to be delusional. Oh dear Lord, how can people be that bloody blind? Because they want to be. It's disgusting. Off the top of my head, we collectively gave you about $50,000 towards the wedding and a down payment in a new house. What is wrong with people? I love my siblings, but I'd rat them out so fast if they were pulling this crap on their family too. Oh, she found out all about him. He's cheated on every person he's been with. Then after their divorce was final, he crawled back to her and she took him back. My friend's husband got caught cheating and his mother showed up to try to convince my friend that it wasn't his fault. He's just so good looking and such a great guy that women fling themselves at him. When people can't handle the truth, they just change their reality to suit them. LOL, poor hot man, totally not his fault. Not the butthole. You took the baby to its legal father. It's obvious, no offense, that you are not equipped to care for a 6-month-old baby. Taking the baby to its father when your sister ghosted you was the right thing to do for the baby. Sis is pissed you blew her cover and her husband discovered her lie about where she was going. Now she's in deep crap, which is 100% her fault. I love how you say legal father here. We've all immediately assumed affair, decided the kid might not be Ted's, and are 10 layers deep in this telenovela. God, I love Reddit. I'm a little disappointed that we don't yet have a twin or at least some kind of mistaken identity. To be honest, I took to as emphasizing that original poster took the baby to a custodial parent. They didn't drop the baby off with a bio dad who skipped out or lost visitation or anything like that. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.